Welcome back, guys. Today in this video we're going to be going over what boxers do in their workout routines, since I think it's very interesting. I saw this video that I thought was very interesting on what they do, their specialization, how they focus on certain movements to really help themselves with boxing. And I hope that this video can help you in whatever sport you're doing, so you can see how you can focus certain muscles and certain workouts for your sport, and to give you an idea on how you can use your training for things outside of just looking good. And maybe, feeling better is also positive for being healthier and working out, but for other types of goals like sports and hobbies. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is the video that we're going to be looking at. It goes over all the different trainings that boxers do and goes pretty in-depth stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Boxing is without a doubt one of the best and most effective martial arts for self-defense. There are a lot of fighting styles out there. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all good and effective. But if you're wearing jeans or shorts, it's hard to throw a kick or knee strike. You won't feel comfortable, and obviously, you can't just take off your jeans in the middle of a fight. You never know when a street fight might happen, and you won't always be dressed for it. But if you're a boxer, you can defend yourself no matter what you're wearing. A jacket won't hold.
I don't know where this guy comes from, because he said boxer, like if he's like British or something. But I don't know, this guy has a funky accent. I don't know if he's trying to pretend like he's American or something, but that sounded like he's British or something. I don't know. Maybe he's Australian. I don't know. I'm not good with accents.
Hold back the power or speed of your punches. And if it does, you can easily take it off if needed. The best part, you don't need to join a gym to learn boxing. You can start right at home. After mentioning in a previous video that I've been boxing for 4 years now, a lot of you asked for a video on how to start boxing from home, and today, it's finally
anyone can train from home.
Before we dive into techniques, let's first get your body in shape for boxing. A boxer's physique is strong,
this guy's ripped,
and can take hits like they're nothing. To build that kind of body, you'll need to go through some intense training. First up, muscle strength. Strong muscles are essential for making your punches more powerful and impactful. One of the key exercises to boost punch strength is explosive push-ups. Lower yourself.
If you guys remember in one of my older videos,
all your strength to lift
I talked about fast twitch muscle fibers.
Powerful straight punches as
what it's working on.
75% of your body weight.
The fast twitch muscle fibers.
If you get used to this exercise, your jab and cross will become much stronger.
And you can increase the difficulty.
Aim for 100 reps, breaking them into 10
guys
sets
reducing
it,
but you can increase it if you put your legs up on something.
Do this exercise twice a week. It's one of the best for
or more than twice a week.
Explosive push-ups are part of plyometric exercises.
That guy's crazy. That's an archer, better be. That guy's a really good boxer.
Explosive movements, like jumps and rapid lunges, to build strong muscles and transform your body.
Fast twitch muscle fibers are very important in boxing.
The second exercise that really helped me a lot,
since when you're throwing those punches, like this guy already said, you need to have power.
I've been doing this exercise regularly and consistently.
You got speed, so nobody can catch you moving back and forth.
Allowed me to pull weights that even bodybuilders struggle with for years. The intensity and difficulty of the exercise are what make it different from the lat pull-down machine.
Even with calisthenics, you can increase the difficulty of workout by quite a bit.
Extra weight you add. Over time, my back started to widen, and this really helped me in boxing. A strong back is crucial for balance and stability. When I threw powerful punches, they were rock solid, and I didn't have any trouble keeping
helps you with your twisting.
It also improved my hand speed. When I threw a punch,
so when you throw a punch, you get a
back, which made it easier
to
defend
twist.
And keep my guard up. A strong back means a stable, fast, and powerful
punch.
And
the punch has to go through your whole body.
The power of a punch starts from the legs, hips,
yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
A strong back will enhance your punch even more, so don't neglect training your back. The third exercise, core
exercises.
This is super important for boxing, and it's something you really need to focus on, my friend. A strong core.
A lot of people do here high reps because they're doing it for a long time. When they're boxing, they're moving back and forth, back and forth.
Is the link between
so they do a lot of high rep volume workouts.
Crucial area a boxer needs to strengthen. Like I mentioned earlier with the back, the core is
very important. Area. It's hard. You'll actually feel your abs burn if you're moving around a lot when you're doing
strong core muscles help
boxing session.
Impact and protect your internal organs from powerful punches. The main core muscles are the abdominal.
One time I trained with my friend and I had to move back and forth, and you'd be surprised how much it burns your abs.
Hanging leg raises and incline sit-ups. For the lower
Especially
back,
if you do what
back
like Mike
extensions
Tyson
are an
does, where
excellent
you go like
choice.
this.
Personally, I focused on one
Burns
exercise that
your
targets
abs a
both
lot.
the abs and lower back.
And that's also super hard. It's a lot harder than it looks, the ab wheel.
I bought one for $8.
If you roll all the way, that guy's doing it easy. That's
the
the
ab
harder
wheel
one.
is the best exercise you can do to strengthen your core because it targets almost the entire
I don't know about it
core,
being the best.
building
You
a
can do
very
any
strong
exercise you guys
midsection.
want, but it is a good exercise.
Exercise 4. Explosive squats.
Crunches are good.
Explosive squats
too.
are a powerful exercise
Explosive
that strengthens
squats,
your legs and
fast
falls
twitch
under
muscle
plyometric
fibers.
training. Performing repeated reps until failure
you
will
move
build
quick.
strong legs, which in turn will give you more power.
That's
and
one of the worst pictures I've ever seen of Michael
It will
Tyson.
also make it easier to
Mike
move around
Tyson.
during a fight and execute your boxing combinations effectively. Additionally, this exercise will help you rotate your hips to generate the maximum amount of power.
What I was talking about. When you're moving like that, I was burning like crazy.
Exercise 5. If you want to become a boxer, it's crucial to start building strong calf muscles. Strong calves give you explosive power, making your punches more impactful and allowing you to jump and change your position easily to execute combinations or dodge punches and counterattack. My two favorite exercises for this are hill running and jump rope. Both exercises put excellent pressure on the calf muscles, and over time, they will grow stronger and bigger. You can also try calf raises as an additional exercise.
Calves are one of the most genetic-based muscles, although you should train them. They'll get bigger, but visibly, it's mostly genetics if you want it.
Exercise 1.
But you can change the strength
The most
wise
obvious and effective benefit running provides fighters is the ability to increase cardiovascular
and visibly
endurance.
if you train for enough years.
Boxing puts significant stress on your cardiovascular system, so you need to be in top physical condition.
Cardio, at least 150 minutes a week, guys.
Your heart
rate
increases, meaning your heart has to pump more blood to the working muscles to supply them with enough oxygen. Doing this regularly helps improve your heart's efficiency, which positively impacts a fighter's cardiovascular endurance.
Very true.
The better a boxer's endurance, the easier it is for them to execute their fight plan, throw punches, avoid punches, pressure
back and forth, left and right,
see incoming punches, and do many other things. The importance of good heart health and cardiovascular endurance for a boxer cannot be overstated. Aim to run at least 3 miles 3 times a week.
You guys don't know that's the show that's been playing pretty much this whole time. In this little thing.
Exercise 2. Jump rope.
Jump rope.
Jump rope is one of the things that has helped me improve my endurance,
increases fast twitch muscle fibers.
It's a very simple exercise.
Works on moves that you use in the sport.
It improves your foot movement and strengthens your calf muscles.
Very true, very true.
Start the exerise, push yourself, and see how far.
It's like what the CrossFitters do with the medicine ball, where they throw it. That'd probably be good for a basketball player, just throwing a ball. Jump rope is more specified to boxing, so it works better in that sport if you do that training specifically.
I like to do this by throwing a 4-punch combination on the heavy bag and repeating it non-stop until failure. Then, I take a 2 to 3 minute break and repeat the same thing. I do 5 rounds, but you can start with 2 rounds and gradually build up to 5. This exercise has significantly improved my endurance in the ring and has helped me last until the end of the match.
Shoulders get real tired after you punch a lot of times.
These exercises I've mentioned will greatly enhance your endurance. Now let's move on to the technical side. Boxing stances. There are 2 stances in boxing.
When you're doing training, you gotta learn all the different
if your right hand is stronger than your left,
you do this in every training.
Specificity
is the most important thing.
In this stance, the boxer places their left foot and left hand forward.
The more you narrow it down, the better you get at that thing that you're narrowing down on, because you're putting more effort to it.
This is the most common stance, and it's the one I use as well. If you're left-handed, the southpaw stance is more suitable for you. In this stance, the boxer positions their right foot and right hand forward, keeping their right side closer to the opponent while the left hand stays back. However, you can train your weaker hand to become stronger, allowing you to fight in both stances. A great example of this is Terence Crawford, the undefeated champion who originally favored his right hand but trained his left hand to develop knockout power. Punches. Jab. The lead punch, or jab, is thrown with the lead hand. Left for right-handed boxers, right for left-handed boxers. This punch isn't meant to knock out your opponent, but it's a setup punch for what's to come. When you see a jab coming, it's often setting up a more powerful punch.
There's this quote from Bruce Lee.
Keep your thumb outside of your fist.
I do not fear the man
Extend your arm straight forward
who trains 10,000 kicks but trains one kick 10,000 times.
Earlier, This
you train
punch is
one
mainly
thing
for checking.
specifically. So if I train my back
Cross.
hard
Cross
enough,
is
I get a
similar
really
to
good
the
back.
jab because both are thrown
But if I train
straight
every
forward.
little tiny muscle
However,
in the
the
back,
cross is delivered
instead
with the
of just
rear
trying to train
hand,
the
which
bigger
is
muscles, I
stronger,
might
making it the most
be hurting
powerful
myself
punch in
more
your
than benefiting
arsenal.
myself.
The
The
cross
body has a lot
generates
of
the most
muscles. You
force
always want to
due
be
to the
training
body's
the biggest
rotation,
muscles.
including the
Can't be training
shoulders
all the
and
tiny
hips,
muscles in
which
your body
allows you to
because some
transfer
muscles are
maximum
just
power
useless.
from your body to your fist.
Very rarely used.
Right. It has broadly the same body mechanics as the straight right hand and the right hook. Hook.
A good example of that would be like your tongue is a muscle. If you have ever did some sort of training for your tongue, you'd be wasting your time because you don't need it.
After the cross, and it's the most common punch for causing knockouts.
Training
this is due
your
to
neck,
punch's
unless you're in the sport,
when it
you really wouldn't need it. Although training your neck could be good,
the brain to move inside the
but you wouldn't really need it
skull,
unless you're doing something like this.
To throw a lead hook,
It would be more useful for you to spend your time somewhere else, by training your back or your biceps or your triceps.
If you throw a straight punch, it'll be blocked. But if you throw a
somewhat
circular punch, it'll go around their hands and connect. Your elbow should be about shoulder level or slightly lower, almost as if you could balance a tray on your arm in this position, and the tray wouldn't fall.
It's giving a lot of good details on this stuff.
Next, we have the uppercut, which can be executed with either hand depending on your position. From the guard position, lower your hand slightly and pull it back a bit. The concept is similar to the hook, but instead of coming from the side, the punch comes from below. Many people lower their hands too much, signaling their intent to punch, which is a mistake. Lower your fist to about your abdomen, and then drive it straight
whenever you're turning your
lean to the right
arm,
left,
the more you telegraph it, the harder it is. So
we also have
what happens a lot in boxing is that if you throw a straight punch, it's faster and it's more likely to hit, but it's weaker. So if you really want to KO someone, you gotta go swing as hard as you can, and usually it's a lot easier to dodge, because it takes some time for you to really build up the power.
Let's start with the guard. Place your rear hand close to your rear cheek and position your lead
and also
hand
when you
about
get
4 to 6
punched,
inches away from your lead cheek.
Your
Don't let your
weakest
elbows flare
parts
out.
of the face are right here, right here at the temples.
Slipping, and footwork.
So you have to block your chin and your temples, because those lead to the most vibrations in your brain, which will lead you to fall asleep.
This guard
if you
suits
hit there.
boxers who rely on long-range fighting strategies and those who focus on counter-attacking. There are other types of guards, like the peekaboo guard and the Philly shell, but they require a lot of experience to master. Often, those who attempt to use these guards without sufficient practice struggle, especially when facing a strong opponent. So, start by mastering the traditional guard. To block a jab, use your rear hand to take the punch or your lead hand to deflect it. Push the punch slightly to the side.
Sorry guys, I had to cut it out. There's a nod
just enough to make it miss.
In the video.
To block a hook, raise your elbow and use your glove to protect the side of your face, as if you're holding a phone during a call. To block an uppercut, keep your face protected with your gloves. Lower your forearms to absorb the force of the punch, and you can counter afterward. Head movement. To get your body used to slipping, make a slip bag. I remember making one with cheap materials when I started boxing.
You can do that for all sorts of training. Whenever you're doing any sort of training, like you're curling, put weight in your book bag.
And when it rebounds, slip to the right or left, using your feet.
And then you could curl, and then you can do that for rows, you can do that for weighted, any sort of weighted exercise.
Without stopping, and watch
it helps a lot.
After slipping, he would attack, which helped him transition quickly from defense to attacking. If you know someone interested in boxing,
a lot of different types of trainings that you do.
On improving your head movement.
You can,
people
use weights for it. You can do them without weights if you just improvise.
To avoid a jab or a cross,
you don't need a whole gym to work out, really isn't necessary. You can work out very easily by yourself.
Bend your knees slightly, lower yourself a bit, keep your head up, and maintain a high guard. For an uppercut, just move backward quickly with your guard up. Another exercise is the slip line. Attach a rope or string at head height, then move sideways under the rope, trying to avoid imaginary punches. This exercise improves your reflexes, evades opponents' punches, and enhances footwork. Footwork. You need to know when and where to move, but also when to stay in place. You'll get good at footwork when you can move around while maintaining your form and balance. If you have a boxing friend, find an enclosed square space, and each of you should try to close in on the other. Try to move right and left.
If you do form when you're working out too, sometimes better form.
Like crossing your feet,
but people get really strict about the form.
Shadow boxing. The key to
but as long as you're
shadowboxing is
getting
focus.
a nice
The more
range of
focused
motion
you are,
and you're
the
getting
better your
time under
techniques and
attention,
punches will
isn't
become.
too
The problem with
serious.
many boxers is that they never really get
But
in the
with
zone
certain
during
exercises,
training. They're just too distracted. So the first point is to maintain
I've seen
mental
people really
focus
mess up the
throughout
form
the
on their
rounds.
exercise.
As a
So I
beginner,
always
use a
recommend that you
mirror
look
to
up the
observe your
exercise before you
stance
do
and
it.
punching form. The mirror will help you correct mistakes and refine techniques. The third
It's kind of
point
similar to what
is
this guy's saying.
visualization. The higher your focus, the more you'll immerse yourself in the fight. It's like a scene from
Visualization.
Baki, where he's fighting Mike Tyson's shadow. My coach used to ask me to imagine a real opponent.
There's a study
required
actually done where
immense
people
concentration.
imagine lifting weights,
Initially,
and
I couldn't
apparently it
answer
helped them.
questions like the
When
color
they
of his
started
shirt,
lifting weights,
which
build
showed
muscle.
how distracted I was.
So
But
there might be some
eventually,
truth to
I got
this.
better. Lastly,
Maybe you
divide
just
your
imagine lifting the
shadowboxing into
weights.
3 rounds of 2 to 3 minutes each.
You'll be better at lifting
Shadowboxing
weights.
is crucial, so
Push
don't
yourself and
neglect
build more
it.
muscle when you do lift weights.
Watching professional fights. Watching fights is
It's also very
important.
true. So I was
If you
saying
learn
before,
quickly
if you
and have a
watch
sharp,
form
analytical
people
eye, you
doing
can
their
pick
lifts,
up
you'll
on
be able to do
techniques,
less.
strategies,
Same thing with any
defense,
sport,
movement,
anything
and
you do.
boxing
You
style,
watch, you'll
and
just
learn
get
from
better.
the mistakes of other fighters. Try watching matches in different weight classes.
If you watch
and
the
take
best of
notes
the
from
best
each
at
boxer.
whatever they're doing,
That brings
you'll
us to the
absorb
end
a
of the
little bit
video,
of it.
so I hope you found it helpful. Elias out.
That was the video. This is this guy's channel. I recommend you guys go watch him. I'll try to leave a link below in the video so you guys can go watch this guy's videos. Yeah, but thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned something new. If you guys want to see anything new, if you guys like these reaction type videos, if you want to see some other type of video, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.